What up, people? It's your boy Chig. You are through to the Kombat show. And we've got a lot to get through today. It's going to be another not surprisingly, a lot of stuff has happened in both the boxing and MMA world. So we're going to attempt to try and cover all of it. So joining me, as always, are my two co-hosts. First and foremost, Ola, say hello to the people, Ola.
People, we're back again, man. Another week of MMA combat sports. And we're here to talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
And also joining us, last but not least, is Will. Say hello to the people, Will.
Hello. I'm not happy this week, but let's go.
Okay.
Happy at all. Had a bad week. Bad week.
How was that?
Yeah, but let's go.
Oh boy. Okay.
Well, most of it was to the guy sat up there. Yeah.
Losing money to him.
No. I actually won money from him. It's just the other shit that comes with it. The emotional shit that comes with him. The emotional baggage I've got to flip and carry with him.
Well, I knew you were going to win that Man United bet as soon as he made it. And I knew straight away. I was just like, Will. I was like, Ola, why would you make that bet?
How? Yeah, but you're going to like, how far away was I from that bet?
Bro,
be honest.
Bro, we were always going to have more than what you were telling us.
Well, be honest. But how far? I was 10% off. But my logic still stands. We were going to have less possession than they were. Not what he was talking on your show. we were going to have less possession. That was my point. I didn't think it was going to be that less because I've seen us with that less before and still take results. So it's not like I ain't seen that before. So that's why I went on that. That's why I went on that. And I wanted to increase the number. He knew. He clever. He knew. Yeah, I was about to increase the number, but he took the bet so fast. I was like, you know what? Let him have it. You know what I mean? But I was confident that we were going to have less possession. You get me? So the logic still stands. You know what I mean?
You lose with your chest. I'll give you that.
Come on,
but hang on a minute, right?
Like, no, hang on, nothing.
No. What I'm more pissed off about is the fact that he's gained 3 points. Yeah. With that Kevin Holland body slam.
I know that hurt you more than the £10 you collected. I know that hurt you.
That's why I collected the £10 with him.
Fam, you know the crazy, you know the maddest thing.
Yeah.
He for man still owed him the £10, but man paid that for a long time ago. And I didn't tell him. I just dropped it as man. He didn't even there.
I didn't pay him, boy. I tell you, I'm just like, huh?
Archie, leave me alone, okay? All of you, leave me alone. I've had this cunt, even though he's been silent, yeah, he's actually been emotionally hurting me. So I've had this cunt in there.
I just left him to lick his wounds, man. I ain't even spoken to him all week. Today is the first time I spoke to him since the fucking whoops.
I guess. All right, so you judge. Obviously, if you guys are looking at the title of the show, we are going to very much cover Deontay Wilder's comments. We're going to do a deep dive on that. Actually, by the time me and Ola and Will have got through all of the UFC stuff, I'll have various different quotes and stuff like that up, so it'll be easier to refer to certain things. But in the meantime, please do slap a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already as we go through the show. All right, let's do this. Ola, do you have your Combat Show Bible up?
Yeah, it's ready to go. Just gonna jump on last week's main event real quick.
Nobody wants to hear it.
So we don't want to hear the results because we're fucked up. Huh? Anyway, Bobby Green and Thiago Moises. Me and Will went with Thiago Moises. Chig went with Bobby Green. Bobby Green got robbed. I think he got robbed. I think he won that fight.
I don't care.
But he lost it on SD, so that's a mad one. Maurice Green, Greg Hardy. Goddamn. Battle of the heavyweights. Me and Will went with Maurice. Chig went with Greg Hardy. And Hardy had a difficult week. He got the win, but the UFC contingent and MMA fans, they were on his neck this week because he tried to moonwalk from the Rachel Ostovich situation. So he tried to come out saying he was innocent. You know, just take your win. Everybody forgot about that. And then you went and brought that up in the fucking post-fight conference.
You know he wasn't with Rachel Ostovich, right? You know he wasn't with...
I'm sure it was with...
No, it's another girl. Rachel Ostovich had an identical situation happen to her, which got brought up.
Oh, I thought he was with Rachel Ostovich.
He wasn't ever with Rachel Ostovich, no.
It made everything sounded like it was just the two of them.
It was, yeah. I could see why you would have seen it that way, but it was,
I saw it that way till you're telling me now.
It was the way everything got brought up in the same week, but basically Rachel Ostovich got hurt by her. I think it's her current. I think she's still with the geezer. Her current husband it came out. Pictures came out, and I think that was literally 2 days before they then signed Greg Hardy, who had done the same thing to his wife, and it didn't look good. It was just a bad look for everyone.
Yeah. So he tried to come out talking about how innocent he is and all of that, and people like Alexia Scafidi, Megan O'Leary, they weren't having none of it. You know what I mean? Go check on his timeline. Them women, there, Karen Bryant, they all came on him like a ton of bricks and said, literally, just take your win, shut the fuck up, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? But nobody's trying to hear you're innocent. Nobody's trying to hear that. You know what I mean?
At this point, you should just embrace being the bad guy.
Exactly. You know, John Jones would have embraced that fucking thing, you know. Just embrace it, you know what I mean? Be the heel. Be the heel, you know what I mean? Kobe, yeah, be the heel, you know. Kevin Holland versus Muradov. We all chose Kevin Holland. That was unanimous. And Kevin Holland came. He delivered and delivered more than what I asked him to do. So salute to Kevin Holland on that one. Bryce Mitchell versus Andre Fili. Will went with Andre Fili.
Good fight.
And me and Chig went with Bryce Mitchell. I tried to squeeze a little 20 out of Will last week, but you know what I mean?
I don't know. That was so fast. It was a good fight.
It was a good fight. It was a dominant fight by Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell put it on Fili, man. He put it on him hard. You know what I mean? Like the amount of time that Fili even had the chance to get up.
Yeah,
he didn't even have that.
He kind of rolled out of certain submissions. I thought, okay, and then Bryce trusted himself. And
Bryce is so good, man. He's just so good with his ground game.
I'm telling you, he's the next one.
Like when you're a student of Daniel Cormier, man, like, you know, I don't expect anything minimum from him. Like he is a real student, and you know he's well spoken of to the point where very, very humble, to the point where Dana allowed him to go and pick, because they don't really do that for fighters like that. You know what I mean? It's like, you know what? Go make your own design. Go choose your own design, and you know what? We'll give you your camo shots, because it's been on that camo shot for such a long time. And I told you guys from his profile that I've known from years when he was on Tough. I know he's a hunter. He's a mountain guy. You know what I mean? He's one of them, man. There, he don't live in no house. He's always in the jungle, in the bush, somewhere out there, hunting animals and just living off of wildlife. That's Bryce Mitchell in a nutshell. So yeah, man, he's a fantastic fighter, and cracking win from him.
That's Cowboy in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, there's many of them. There's many of them like that. You know
your favorite fighter.
Oh gosh.
On to the main event. onto the main event. Uriah Hall, Anderson Silva. I mean,
Dana was savage. Uriah Hall, man.
That one hurt, man. That one hurt.
Man. I honestly, all jokes aside, we know how the fight went out. Uriah Hall won. I think we all predicted that would happen, and it was really difficult to watch at certain points. But then I watched this. This is why I hate this Dana motherfucker sometimes. I watched it and I'm like, what exactly did you want Uriah Hall to do?
What did you want? I didn't get it. I was thinking to myself, like, come on. Like, You shit on Uriah Hall like that.
You know what? You know what? You
Easy
know
didn't
what?
even do. Hold on.
I was
Easy
gonna
didn't
say.
even.
I was gonna
No,
say. I was just
no,
about to
let
say what
me
you're
say,
saying.
because
Go on.
I'm saying Easy didn't even do a quarter of that,
Yeah,
and he rated that fight.
yeah.
You know what I
It
mean?
shows you
And
that
then Uriah Hall
he
knocked the
hasn't.
man out, TKO the man, dropped him and dropped him and dropped him, and you want to shit on Uriah Hall, talking about he was gun shy. I'm thinking, what is this? What's
To be honest, yeah. To be honest, he would be gun shy because that's the guy they've compared him to his whole life. That's the legend,
but
the
like,
GOAT of the game. Do you get what I'm saying? He would be just like Izzy was. Just like Izzy
And let's
was gun
face it,
shy.
this is what I'm
most,
trying to say. Have the same
most,
energy for both fighters. Don't
most,
don't praise Easy to the high heels,
Wow, you're using my
and then
term now. Same
most
energy.
black martial artists,
do that to Uriah Hall.
most black martial artists look up to him as well. Like they're tremendous respect for Anderson Silva. Izzy was watching that fight, and it was just like shit. I couldn't even watch it at a certain point.
That's what I'm saying. And you think the guy doing it to him, you think he wants to do it to him. He's looking at him going, I can't believe I'm doing this to Anderson Silva himself.
It pissed me off watching that press conference.
It pissed Silva, it pissed what's his name off? Uriah Hall off when he was punching him and knocking him down, thinking, this is too easy, man. This looks like I'm beating up an old man. Do you get what I'm saying?
Well, look, at the end of the day, it might feel like that, you know what I mean? But look, you go and try and do that with somebody like Wanderlei and say, yeah, just because he's an old man. Man, you know what I mean?
There's a big difference, though. Ola, there's a big difference.
What's the difference?
When,
Tell me what the difference is.
As soon as you touch someone and he goes down, yeah, every time you touch him, he goes down. It's kind of like you know you got a cheat code on him, yeah. Even when he bangs you and you spin a little bit, yeah, you know that one bang will just drop him again. Yeah, do you get what I'm saying?
That's the name of the game. It's all part of the contract.
But imagine that guy being some guy you've looked up to your whole life. Listen, the difference between John Jones and these guys is as soon as you sign a contract to fight John Jones, he's on you. Yeah, John is on you. As soon as you sign a contract, he switches. That's it. You're his enemy.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
He's easy to hate. He's easy to hate in a fight.
Bro, let me ask you a question. Yeah?
He's nice to you. Listen to what Izzy said. He was so nice to me in the weigh-ins. I had to check myself and go, nah, fuck it. I need to fuck him up. What the fuck? And even in the fight, at certain frames, he's looking at him like, yo, this is Anderson Silva. Yo, this is then he'll think, nah, fuck it. Do you get what I'm saying?
But that's the mindset you've got to be. But it's still a fight. It's still a fight.
It's
still a fight.
But Uriah did what he had to do. But I'm saying maybe he froze certain times because. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're looking at like it's Anderson Silva.
For me, the way I saw the fight, Uriah Hall did what he had to do. He wasn't gun shy. He was letting off.
No.
He wasn't gun shy. Not in my eyes. He was letting off. So
what Dana's trying to say, what Dana's trying to say, is like, oh yeah, but you could have finished the fight in the first round. That's what Dana's trying to like say. Like it shouldn't have really got to. Bro,
we're going around in circles. I've just said, why didn't they have the same energy for Izzy?
Well, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? That's my whole that's what I took out of that whole situation. That two people can't have the same type of situation. You favor one and you do. It's like what he did to what he said about what's his face, Curtis Blades. I went feeling that. You know what I mean? Because I thought the man did exactly what he said he was going to go out there and do. You know, and then he shot on him, and then somebody else would do the same thing. And you don't show the same energy, and that's the only part of the whole situation there that I wasn't really feeling. But other than that, you know what? It was his last fight. What he said is his last fight, at least in the UFC. We don't know if this guy's going to carry on fighting.
No one should sign him. Ola.
Yeah, we know nobody should sign him, but at the end of the day, he's a big name, and vulture promotions out there are gonna they see a big name like Anderson Silva in these times when they're trying to sell pay-per-views. Everybody, if Bellator sign him or one, everybody is gonna want to watch what it's like over there and see who he puts it on over there. And some of the other MMA fighters would just be in awe of being in the cage with him. So I mean, Anderson Silva has done a lot. He's done a lot for the sport.
His chin's gone though. His chin's gone though.
Of course. You know, but for me, I feel he should move to the coaching side of things and give back to the sport that way. You know what I mean? He's a fantastic fighter. He's done a lot for the sport. He's been doing it for a long time, and it's one of the best to ever do it. So, you know, we've now got guys that are much better than he is. You know what I mean? To what it currently is now. And you know, Ariel asked Easy one question and said, you were sat down there watching the person that you looked up to. You were sat there watching him getting smoked. Do you have that feeling that in like 5, 6, 7 years, somebody gonna be smoking you like that because you just sat down there and it's like, you know what, I ain't really thought about it like that, but everybody's time is gonna come. Everybody's time is gonna come. You know what I mean? Tyson, the same thing happened with Tyson. Eventually, it will catch up to you. You know what I mean? So, but salute to him for the career that he had in the UFC and what he gave us as a fighter. So, you know, it's not the best way to see him go. It was hard to watch. I mean, as much as I love the beautiful violence, that one there was a hard one to take. But you know, it's all part of the deal. It's all part of the package. He signed the contract. He knew there's a possibility of him getting smoked. And yeah, you know, he got paid good money for it. And you know, it's been a wonderful career for him. So at the end of last week, Will stays on 37 points, doesn't move. I go up to 31 points, 6 points behind Will, and Chig remains.
Oh, no wonder.
Chig remains on 22 points, doesn't move after last week. So we're going on to the new card. If you want to pull that up, please, Chig.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into that. We're only going to be doing the main card. But if any of you at the end of it want to pick your bonuses from the prelims, you're welcome to do that. But we're just doing the main card today.
Hold on.
Yeah, this card here is a mad card. You know what I mean? Now, we're going to talk about. I'm sure we're going to touch on it later on. There's just a little something that kind of killed this card for me as I was looking forward to it. But you know what? It is what it is. We'll see.
Hold on.
And Shahid, you need to trim your hairline, blood. Allow my beard, but my beard is where it's at, on my chin. You get me? Left it.
Where does that come from?
If you want to borrow some for your hairline, man, let me know, fam. I'll lend you some.
Why are you violating, man?
Boy, man's moving to man, so I'm just, boy, you lot know, man. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't playing. I don't be playing like that, fam.
So, Claudia Gadea versus Jan Akunanum.
Jan Zion.
You lot make me laugh, man. It's Claudia Gadea versus Yan Xiaonan. That's how you call it. Xiaonan. Yeah.
Xiaonan.
Yeah, that made me laugh, man. But yeah, Yan Xiaonan, she comes in at 12-1. Claudia, she's coming in at 18-4. Split decision with Angela Hill on her last outing. And
the result of it.
And Yan last outing was with Carolina. And you know, 12-1. Where are you going with this, William? You're first up today, man. You're first up.
Yan.
Okay.
Probably.
Chig going Yan as well.
In my head,
You
yes.
sound like you wanted to.
In my head, yes. In my heart, I'm going my girl. You know this already. I don't even know why we're debating it.
All right. So you're going with Claudia.
Yes. Even though just seen Jan's leg reach. I'm like, oh dear.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Yan Xiaonan as well.
Yeah.
And there's nothing.
For the
The
record,
only
I think Yan will win.
the only reason I'm going with Yan Xiaonan is not because I like her or know her, but Claudia did steal the win from my girl from the last fight. So.
Literally the opposite reason to me. Okay.
So that's the only reason I'm going with Yan Xiaonan. Yeah, well, you know, at least I don't disguise it. You know what I mean? I let you know where I'm at from. So,
should I tell you why I'm going with Yan?
Nobody cares, fam.
Okay. No, why are you going with Yan? Okay.
Who remembers? Ola said one thing that made a lot of sense to me. That like why I went with Yan. Who remembers what Carolina looked like after the fight?
Oh, so that it was the one. See, I remember Carolina was banging on and on about needing either eye surgery or facial surgery or something like that. And I must admit, she got fucked up that fight. Okay. But it was a while ago, that fight. That was a good.
So Ola. Yeah, so Ola, so whilst you're in your feelings about you don't want to hear what I'm gonna say, I do listen to you. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah, I didn't really want all of that part to come out, man. You know what
I mean? But it did.
Man, straight hating. Nah, my girl Claudia's got this. Don't worry. Next fight. What is the next fight? Ian, yeah.
Yeah, Ian Heinisch is what's on my list for the next fight.
Brendan Allen.
Ian Heinisch, Brendan Allen. I mean Ian Heinisch 14-3, Brendan 15-3. Are very, very identical records. I mean Ian KO'd Gerard Meerschaert, but who's not KOing this guy? Who is not KOing this guy? You get me? Like, everybody's getting a KO from him. Brendan Allen. He beat Kevin Holland, and Kevin Holland is no joke to beat. We all know that. And Brendan Allen is on a 3-5 win streak. So, this is a tough one for me, but I'll go with Brendan Allen.
Cool.
He let me down. He let me down the last fight, but I'm going to give him another chance. So,
I'm going with Brendan too.
I'm going to go full house. I was looking for reasons not to, but I'm going to go full house.
Yeah, well, another reason too is on a 3-5 win streak, but there you go. On to the next one. Raoni Barcelos and Khalid Taha. This is a monstrous fight. 13-2 and 15-1 for Raoni Barcelos. Raoni Barcelos is one of those guys, for me, in that division, as an unranked fighter, is probably the baddest unranked fighter that there is in that division. 100%. But he can't get no fights like Kimaev. Everybody's avoiding him, and that's why he can't get no rankings. But this guy is a mad fighter, brutal ground game, ground and pound. He's just heavy with it, relentless with it. Khalid Taha, wicked striker, 13-2 on his record. He's no can. This guy is fought with some of the best as well. So I'm gonna go with Raoni Barcelos here.
Wow, we're all going the same spot. I'm going with him too. He's on a 4 or 5 fight winning streak, ain't he?
Yeah.
That too.
Might as well say this is one of my match of the night picks. Say that nice and early. I'm going to go the other way, though. I'm going to go to here.
Ooh, we're going Taha.
To here.
Okay.
Taha, to here, man. Same thing. You know what I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Let me just say part of that 4-win streak.
Oh, here we go.
Sahid Nurmagomedov was one of the victims.
I know. It
on
was
there.
His last victim.
Brad, yeah,
Cool.
I don't want to be withholding information on you.
Okay.
No, you wait for us to choose first, and you tell us that information.
Bro,
I already did.
I've always said you can always change your mind from your pick. So
it's all good. It's all good.
What, you going with Taha?
What? Why am I going with Taha?
What, Will, are you going with Taha? You said you already changed your mind.
I'm the one going with Taha. Go on. Move on.
Yeah. Okay. Andre Arlovski and Tana Bosa. We know what these two is all about. Tana Bosa is a younger, hungrier fighter, 19-6. Andre Arlovski, 9 wins by KO. Tana Bosa's only got 2 wins by KO as well. Arlovski finished Philip Lins in the last fight. So I've gone first in the last 2. Any of you want to go first?
I'll go Bosa. Straight up.
Wow.
Okay.
You beat me to it. Yeah, I'm going Bosa too.
Yeah.
Full house.
No, I'm going with Arlovski. Arlovski. If you've watched the last few people that they put in front of him, he's just been teaching all these young guys. Augusto Sakai. He's just been teaching all these young people that they put in front of him. He's just teaching them. Like, listen, I know you lot are bad, but you're not better than this old dog. You know what I mean? So the only thing that worries me with Arlovski is he does hang his chin out there.
Yes.
And if you get touched with by Tana Bosa, I'm gonna go with Tana Bosa here. I'm gonna
like I said, full house.
I'm gonna go with Bosa. I think Arlovski's been touched quite a few times on the chin, and they probably suffer no more for Tana Bosa. But Bosa is a heavy hitter, man. I mean, some of the people he's touched in these lockdown fights that he's had, he's just knocking people the fuck out. So, and you know what's just made me change my mind? The way Rosenstrike knocked out Arlovski. And I got that picture in my head right now, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, his chin definitely ain't gonna hold up against Bosa. So I'm a go with Tana Bosa there. So that's a full house. And Thiago Santos and Glover Teixeira. I'm assuming that's a full house as well.
Or I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would assume so. What? Just to clarify, what is everyone going for?
Obviously. Thiago.
Santos, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
provided he's back, like he's recovered and he's fine, because obviously he had a serious.
No. Yeah, we know that, but when we pick, just pick with the tangibles or involved.
I'm assuming he's fine.
Yeah.
So if he's fine, I think he'll beat the old man up.
Yeah,
I know Club is tough, but
you got to think this. Well, they spar before they come in, so obviously they should be all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Bonuses. Let's move on to bonuses real quick. I'm gonna
Could you
go.
put all of them up? Could you put all of them up so we can see that?
I'm gonna get mine out of the way, man. I'm
Go.
going with Raoni Barcelos,
Shit.
Kalitaha for fight of the night.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Santos for performance of the night.
Okay.
I'm also going with that fight of the night. Raoni Barcelos
Yeah. Fucking hell.
versus Taha, Khalid Taha. As fight of the night, I said that kind of as we were doing it. And then performance of the night. Yes, I'm aware I did. I'm going with Yan.
Okay. I'm going with Raoni as performance of the night. And Claudia versus Yan as fight of the night. Oh man,
Claudia Yan.
as fight.
Can I change from Yan, by the way, to Brendan Allen as performance of the night?
I'm sticking with Yan and Claudia as fight of the night, and what's his name, Barcelos as performance of the night.
What Marcelos? Who's Marcelos?
Barcelos or whatever.
Oh,
his name
Barcelos.
is. Yeah.
And that's your performance of the night, yeah?
Yeah.
And Chig is choosing Barcelos versus Taha as fight of the night. I'm gonna change my bonuses real quick, man. I'm gonna go with Ramiz Brahimaj for performance of the night. If you don't know who he is, go check him out. Ramiz.
No, I saw him on the prelims.
All right. Ramiz Brahimaj for performance of the night. And then my fight of the night is gonna be.
Well, it's inside of that £10. He's like, okay, cool.
It's gonna be Heinisch and Allen.
I'm sticking to where I'm at. Thank God everyone's moved. Yes.
Yeah, Ian Heinisch versus Allen for my fight of the night. So Ramesh Brahimaj gets performance of the night. Okay, so I think we are done here as far as UFC is concerned, unless somebody wants to make a move. Chig, you're the only one that's on the opposing side this week.
What's that?
And I know you got £20 budget. So
No. I'm not betting. I'm not betting this week because I let's face it. The only bet I could bet on is Claudia, and I believe
you're on the opposite side.
Yeah, I do think she'll actually lose, but I'm backing her anyway.
Oh, you think she'll lose, but you're backing her anyways. How about how?
That's my top three. Apart from anything.
How about I back Claudia with money and you go with Jeanne since you know she's gonna lose.
What, you want to back Claudia with money?
Yeah.
You want to go against your pick?
Oh, it's all fun and games.
What are you up to with that pick?
Don't overthink it.
No, I don't like things that don't make sense to me. No bet. No, I don't like that. Someone's always like, oh, this don't make sense.
See, they're saying in the chat, they're telling you, come on, Chig, man. They're telling, look in the chat, man. They're telling you, come on, man. You know what I mean? Go with your chest, blood.
By the way, chat room, when we spoke earlier on, he told me he was going to draw me to a bet. So I devised a plan in which we will never get into a bet. Look at his picks and look at my picks. Very, very similar. So he can't draw me out for a bet, can he? See, this is why you shouldn't talk too much when it comes to me, because I plan ahead. I told you when it comes to these games, Ola, yeah, what you've done this week, I applaud you. But just
You're
wait.
welcome.
But just
You're
wait for
welcome.
what's coming your way.
I'm here for it, blood. You know what I mean? So, Chig,
right.
they telling you, come on, Chig, man. Come on, Chig, man.
Sorry, Kelly. So let's move on.
Okay, current events. Let's get to current events. Events.
Let's talk about it.
Izzy versus the Polish Power. I actually did mention it earlier in the chat. For anyone who doesn't know, Dana's fight that he's working hard to put together at the moment is Izzy Israel Adesanya's next fight, which is set to be against the Polish Power, the new light heavyweight champion. Immediately, Ola kind of put it in the chat. I was just like, I don't like this fight for Izzy. Well, where are you at with that one?
If you know me by now, you should know what I'm gonna say.
Well, we know you need to wipe your camera. That's number one.
Me too. I don't know why I'm laughing, to be fair.
Ain't nothing wrong with my camera. Now
It's even worse, right? It looks like you're using that Ghana phone, blood. Where you get that phone sent to you from Ghana? Accra, Charlie.
Take care, you know. But go and say by EE. What do you call it? What I was gonna say was normally, in UFC. Oh, shut up, man. Normally in UFC. I already seen it. Normally in UFC,
that's the shit you do to me.
No, I've already seen it before you pointed it to me. Listen, I just can see Izzy getting knocked out or something happening. You know when UFC plan a super something like down the line, but they give you a tester before you get to it. It normally goes left. That's what I can see can happen in here. Like, you know when they say, oh, like how I picked Whittaker. Okay. We'd already put Cannonier up against Izzy. We'd already done that because UFC, everyone was making us believe Cannonier was the next fight. Yeah. And normally, what happens? Shit comes to fuck it up. Ferguson, Khabib. We already thought Gagey will be a warm-up to Khabib. A bad warm-up to Khabib, but still a warm-up to Khabib. Look at what happened there. I could take you back into the UFC history or shit like that. And you see what happened. And stuff like that. That's why, in a way, Conor is very smart. Conor misses all the fucking steps. He goes straight for the point. Because he doesn't like to take like unnecessary risk steps to get to where he needs to get to.
I guess. So it's funny you should say that. So, I guess using your Conor example, you don't think that Poirier is an unnecessary risk or step. And then
let me tell you something. Conor knows too much, right? Too much sometimes, and I think he probably already knew Khabib was going to retire.
Right.
So he picks Dustin. People start talking about it. This could be the title fight. Then hardcore fans start shutting that down. Yeah. Hardcore fans start shutting that down like, nah. Then he pauses. Because Dustin's now begging, saying, where's the contract? No one sent me the contract yet. Yeah. He pauses because people are saying, nah, if anything, he should fight Gagey for the title. Because Gagey's the interim. If Khabib's quit. Right? Then, during all this, Khabib's come back. So, like, it sounded like he was going to negotiate with Gagey. Then it sounds like Khabib's actually ain't really retired. So you see where Conor's at right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
I
trying
guess
to take a necessary step to get to the title by taking the easiest choices ever, i.e., cowboy, stuff like that. Yeah. Or
and that's
straight to the
good, yeah.
title.
Poirier's a guy, regardless of whether he's improved now, he's a guy that Connor's beaten before. So, from Connor's perspective, why would you not want
Yeah,
to
but
take?
he's not as easy as before. But Connor would think, like, all right, by the time Connor agreed, I think Connor knew Khabib was going.
Yeah.
Now that everything's all shaky, he's kind of held back because just yesterday, Dustin posted that, yo, UFC, where's the contract? No one
There's
sent
a
me the
contract,
contract
yeah,
yet.
true.
So do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all based on the easiest way to the title for Conor. Conor doesn't necessarily want to take all these stupid steps, but for a super fight. But these guys want to, because this is the MMA world and this is martial arts. So obviously people want to prove themselves. Yeah. But Conor is a businessman. Do you understand? So it's my take on it. Just look at him. When he fought, look at how he gets to the all the titles he's got to. Look, Dennis Silva. Yeah. To get to the title, which Aldo got injured, then he fought Mendes for it, so he could fight Aldo again. Do you know what I mean? He hadn't even fought Mendes yet.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? He hadn't even fought Mendes yet. He hadn't even fought the top, like the guys up there yet. He fought Mendes.
Arguably, his biggest risk was probably taking on Aldo in terms of
but that's to the title. But that's what I'm saying. But that's to the title. That's you're there. You're there now. So if you lose, whatever, you're still there. Yeah, and that's my point. Conor takes kind of very unnecessary, very necessary risk fights. Yeah, not too not too risky. I think when it comes to Conor, but that's just me.
All right. Well, Ola, you put yourself on mute. Don't even know if you realised half the time.
He did. He did. He knew
I
what he was doing.
did.
Okay.
I just wanted him to get everything out, you know what I mean? So there's no,
So
number one.
When the story broke, you were a little bit wary. It's had a chance to simmer now.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I first heard about it, and then when the circumstances came around to what the scope might actually be, and then seeing Robert Whittaker's interview, and then yesterday I watched Izzy's interview and Jan's interview, and I thought, all right, everything made sense when you hear all of them, speak their mind on what the situation is. So Robert said when he finished that fight with Jared, that look, I'm having a baby. I'm not looking to fight like this year no more. Next year, I'm on it. You know what I mean? And the other one thing I'm not gonna do is beg for a title fight. Yeah, if they want to give me it, I'll fight it. But whoever they put in front of me, line them up, I'll break them down. Those are Robert's words. Dana's then come out in the last press conference on Anderson Silva's thing and started talking about, oh, Robert finished that fight, but he doesn't want to fight Izzy. And then I'm looking at it like, hold on, the man didn't really say that, but let's see what these other two come out with. So with Izzy's thinking, he's thinking, all right, if the man's already saying, or the man's already swerving me and say he don't want to fight, I don't particularly want to knock him out the third time because he believed he knocked him out twice in one fight. So he said, I don't really want to do him like that the third time. If he wants it, he can get it, but I'd rather have another challenge. And there's really nobody there in the division that's not tied up. Till is tied up. Hermanson is tied up. These guys that are top contenders at 185, they're all tied up. So Izzy's thinking, all right, while they're all doing what they're doing, and Robert don't want to fight me, how about I just go up to 205 and see what's popping? And it's good for Jan. For me, it's more Jan than Izzy, because Izzy is defended his belt in that division quite a few times. Jan's only just won it. So I believe he should be given some of his. I said the same thing with Figueredo. So I'm not changing my stance or changing energies or nothing. I'm not even on about Easy on this one. It's more about Jan. You just won the title. Defend your title at least once or twice in your division before you start looking at super fights. So for me, I just think he should have waited. Defend your title in your division. And that's what I was saying earlier on about this card here. That this card, the winner was supposed to be looking at Blahovic. Even he said it. That look, if for whatever reason Easy don't happen, then that's going to be the fight. Santos or the winner of Santos or Glover. But he's keeping his fingers crossed for Santos because he wants to avenge the loss that he has against him. So I just think this is just come around to muddy up the waters a little bit. I don't really like it. I still think my guy will come up on top, but it's just one of those. Now, the craziest thing is this: Whitaker saying I can fight January, February. Blahovic is saying I'm not fighting till after March. March and onwards, I'm game. But Whitaker is ready to fight before. Izzy is ready to fight before. Izzy says, I'm ready February. January, February, I'm ready to go. But this whole timeline, the way is all messed up at the moment, because according to Izzy, he's saying he's going to try and persuade Blahovic to come closer to February. And you've heard this word many times, Chig. Blahovic is saying March is non-negotiable. You know what I mean? You've heard that word many times. So for me, it's still up in the air.
You're right.
Maybe
It should just be a thing whereby, Izzy faces Whitaker, and Blahovic faces what we'd hope or what we'd expect as Santos. And then the winner of those two can then fight each other for the light heavyweight title if they won. That feels like it would be right, because at that point you could suggest that there isn't any immediate person that is a number one contender in either division. So you could say, yeah, all right, now do that super fight. Whereas if they did it now, there's always that question of, Whitaker's worked his way back. Santos is another candidate who could easily suggest has beaten John Jones as well. He's beaten the champ, so he's a worthy contender. So yeah, I think it can work either way. It can work either way.
Will?
Anyway, okay. Let's move it on to boxing. So we'll come
before we go to boxing, just one more that has everything to do with what Will was saying earlier on in terms of with Conor choosing his fight, and that obviously the man thinking, the belt is gonna be vacant. Then Khabib had the shortest retirement in the history of MMA, and I love it. This man keep breaking records. You get me? Now, when you look at the whole thing, then I went back and kind of try and persuade him and says to him, listen, that number 30 that you wanted to get to, we could do something with that, And Khabib is like, you know what? I go back to Dagestan. I talk to mother. I'll let you know. So, for that reason, we've seen what happened with Cejudo. Cejudo says he was retired. Come Monday, that boy was off the rankings. They took the belt off him. Khabib says he's retired. He's number one pound for pound. He's number one ranked in his division. And the title ain't vacant. He's still the lightweight champion. So when you look at the whole thing there, it's like your services are still required. At least give us another one to 30. Let's see if maybe after number 30, maybe they can tempt him to do some more. Who knows? But I was pissed off. No, I wasn't pissed off because I cannot see where it was coming from. But I was gutted that on that night he retired. But the fact that he's come back and
I think
and had a look.
for
Some people
me,
are praying to the fight gods for Khabib to lose. I could hear that prayer there, and
I,
your deposit has been rejected.
the
I just
most
want you to
telling
know.
thing about the whole thing was when Ali came out 2 days later and said Khabib hasn't walked away from the belt. And I said, "Oh, okay." That was kind of my indication that okay, so he'll do a number 30 then. If Ali felt the need to clarify that he's not, made the belt vacant, then they must be in talks about a number 30 fight. Now, number 30 fight is, for me, very clearly and obviously GSP. It could be Ferguson, because that's another one that I think most people wanted to see. But I think it will be GSP. GSP and then he's out. And for me, great. I don't want to see Conor Khabib again. I think that'd be such a waste for a number 30 fight. So yeah, I think let's see what happens. I think we've all said it before. I think he beats GSP. I think he's that good. He's that fresh. The way GSP,
Not all of us thinks that, but hey, there's somebody
okay,
below
well,
you.
you changed the line.
He's
from last
praying.
week.
He's praying to the fight
week.
gods.
You changed the line from last week because we all came on here and we said that we
No,
felt.
it's not me. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about William.
Who said it? Who said that he feels that? Unless he's changed his mind again.
Well, he's praying. Boy, that boy wants Khabib's downfall so bad. He wants his downfall so bad. But he ain't gonna.
For the record, I don't want Khabib's downfall.
Yeah, you
at
do.
all, yeah,
Stop lying.
I don't. Yeah, I paid for us to watch Khabib. Yeah, I would not put money in Khabib's pocket. You know me. Have we ever watched? Nah, actually, we haven't. But then you paid some of it. Anthony Joshua's fight, you paid some of it. No. Remember, you all paid some of it.
What's that got to do with the price of fish blood?
Yeah, but
what's that got to do with the price?
I'm trying to tell you, if I don't like anyone,
How the fuck should I know?
Like
I don't know. If it's gonna make you money, you pay for it. I know that much.
Yeah, if it's gonna make me money. Yeah, so I'm not paying for it then.
Shit.
If it's gonna make me money and I'm not paying for it, then am I?
Bro, it didn't come out of my pocket.
So, my point being, I like Khabib a lot. I just know that you like him, and I use that as a crutch to actually just pull your strings a bit.
It's good that you show your hand now, so at least we know exactly what you're working with. This is Will's way of saying he's sorry to Khabib for all his transgressions against him.
No,
you
should say you're sorry for all your flipping transgressions with all the fucking proper 12 you're drinking.
I told you don't follow me, man. I keep telling you, man. Do not follow. Don't follow me.
If Proper 12, wanted to do an advert and they were picking people who off just people who buy it, yeah.
I got an account with them,
Your name will be in there. Your name will be in there. You'll be top 5.
I got an account with them still, but shit,
top 5.
He did what he did. You know what I mean? I feel proud when I see that thing there in the canvas, man. You know what I mean? Shit.
Are you hearing this? Are you hearing this, people?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, this is a Khabib fan. Listen to
him. So I'm a fight fan. How about that?
but you hate Conor, don't you?
No, I'm a fight fan.
You hate Conor, don't you?
I just want to see Conor in the octagon. Win, lose or draw.
No, you want to see him against Ngannou.
He's still in the octagon. I don't want to see that at the street fight. I just want to see him in the octagon. You know what I mean? I'm a fight fan, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So yeah, that was the other one that I was going to touch on. That Khabib had the quickest retirement in is even quicker than John Jones's and Connors. Like I've never seen such a quick turnaround. Even DC didn't believe it, and everybody they ask everybody, do you think this man ain't gonna come? Do you think it's for real? Do you think this retirement is the real deal? I'm afraid not. It ain't. I love it though. This is good news for me.
All right. Well, there you have it. So Khabib is at least back, at least for number 30.
For one more fight.
We suspect.
At least that's what Dana's saying, and they're asking him, "Are you sure?" He said, "Yeah, I'm pretty." From the conversation we had, yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be back.
Okay.
So I won't put his next fight till after Ramadan, though, in case you lot want to. You know what I mean? So I won't put it till after April.
It could be a while. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll be surprised if he fights before April. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. It won't be till after April. So,
I'm gonna leave Will to last with this one for obvious reasons. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't wait for this.
No, I can't wait for that neither. But I'm chomping at the bits for this one.
Let's talk about the title of the show, shall we? Mr. Deontay Wilder. It was unfortunate for us because news came about this on Saturday. We obviously do our shows on Friday. So we've literally had to wait all week to talk about it, right? And when it comes to something like this, where I want to scrutinize Will, I don't do this shit on WhatsApp, right? I want to make sure I have my ducks in a row because Will is very vocal when it comes to boxing and a certain Mr. Deontay Wilder. So I wanted to make sure, I said, all right, cool, let me not rush into this. Let me take my time, we dissect, and we go. We move. Now, after months and months and months of silence after the whooping that Deontay Wilder took at the hands of Tyson Fury, for some unbeknownst reason, this man decided on Saturday, not only am I going to do a video, I'm going to do a little press junket for some weird reason, right? First of all, we did a video of about 5 minutes. I'm going to lie to you guys. I got bored after the first minute. I'm not going to put you through it, right? Started talking about how all these conspiracies. I have never seen somebody take a loss so badly. I have never seen it, right? And I'm not the best loser myself, but I have never, ever seen this.
We can see where Will gets it from.
So Deontay Wilder, as we know, got beaten by Tyson Fury in their rematch. What was it? Late last year now at this point? He took quite a beating. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. No, it's February this year. Took quite a beating. There's no other way of putting it. Right? And noticeably so, Deontay Wilder there's been nothing said since. We don't know if this man has been looking to take his rematch. Supposedly, they had this clause. They had this rematch clause that was set to be arranged for December this year, at the latest December this year. And there was all sorts of rumors about him having a bicep injury, but they're not confirming it. There were all kinds of rumors going on about, and no one knew what he was doing until in the end. Obviously, it's now November. Tyson Fury's been training all year. And yeah, granted, COVID has very much been a thing this year, but it's not affected fights. So he said, all right, cool. Well, if you're not going to take the rematch, this contracted rematch you have, then I'm going to go and fight somebody else. I need to keep active. So on the back of announcing that, I can't remember who Tyson Fury is supposed to fight. Because it was between that tough black man and someone else who I think Tyson Fury has confirmed that he's going to fight. My gosh. I'm trying to, I've got so many quotes here. Gosh. Tyson Fury went into one. He just went into one. Absolutely ripped apart ripped apart Tyson Fury, talking about how Tyson Fury is running away from Deontay Wilder, how he owes him this fight. He owes him the fight, which was one of the quotes, and that he should not go anywhere, and that he knows that he didn't really win that fight, that there were all sorts of circumstances. First of all, he didn't mention the costume this time. He mentioned the fact that, he had a dodgy ref. This is a new one, the dodgy ref. Everyone knows about this ref. This ref is quite he's one of these refs that he's a very active, very facially expressive ref. I think his name is Kenneth something or other. And said that, the ref at the time was a dodgy ref, and that, he didn't referee the match fairly. Then there was this water. Suddenly he said that he had this water, and that when he tasted it, it tasted funny. And that, it wouldn't surprise me if Tyson Fury has something to do with the water. And, that actually, now that he thinks about it, maybe the trainer, Mark Braylon, the one that he fired, of course, for saving his ass, maybe he had something to do with the water himself. It was embarrassing. It was to the point where I stopped finding it funny, and now I was just embarrassed for him. Then he started.
Your cousin Will, pay attention.
And then it was going on about how, there was at one point in the fight, if you notice that Tyson Fury's glove molds into a hardened piece in his glove, and that he believes that Tyson Fury at some point during the fight slipped something in his glove and that hit him across the temple. And he said that the evidence of that was this dent in his head, and that it must be the fact that Tyson Fury slipped something in his glove. And I'm sat there, I'm like, bro, please stop. For your own good, just stop. Stop while you're behind. Just stop. And he kept going on and on and on. And I'm like, bruh, it is no disgrace that you get beaten by the best boxer today. What is this? Like it was going on and on. I just thought, bruh, you are embarrassing me. And I'm not even a fan of yours. You're embarrassing me. So he kept going on and on and on. And then saying, that, if he, this was the killer. That I turned down more money from Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua, the same people that Will's been telling me all year.
Boom!
All year that AJ's been dodging. All year.
He turned down more money. He came out of his own mouth, blood.
Came out of his own mouth. To fight you, therefore.
Oh my God.
This, that, and the other. Then he tried to backtrack and clarify himself. He goes, well, it wasn't the more money. It was more money. He tried to backtrack himself somehow, but it essentially came down to the fact that he turned down a bigger offer to go and fight Fury. That was something he admitted. And in my mind, I'm just like, this guy is so dumb.
And Eddie and AJ been saying the whole time, we offered him big boy money. He didn't want it. He didn't want it.
Rant that now you're making yourself look like a liar. Because this entire time, you've been saying how they've been dodging you. To the point where Will's been battling me on this basis that, that they've been dodging you, right? Now you're admitting that, hold on, you turned down a bigger offer to fight Fury the first time when you didn't have to fight Fury the first time.
It wasn't the first time. Now I'll calm down. It wasn't the first time. It's written there. It's written there.
Well,
it's written there.
I told you we'll come get his cousin. Remember I told you.
Calm down. Because I let you guys go on. For a bit, yeah.
Well,
I thought I let you guys go on for a bit, yeah.
The offer came in way before that. The zone.
Have you read? No. Have you read what he wrote? Because he didn't say that. He wrote it down. He didn't say it. He wrote it down. It's written down. It's there now. is there now. It's there now. I read it before coming onto the show. Yeah. So I know what it says. It wasn't for the first match. It was, he said, I had agreed with you for the rematch. That's why he turned out. He's a man. That's what he was trying to say. I'm a man of my loyalty. Because after we fought, I agreed for a rematch. That's why I turned Joshua and them down, even though they came with more money.
Can I just quickly say something?
Shut up. After Tyson fought him the first time, who didn't want to fight him? After Tyson fought him the first time, who didn't want to fight him?
Nobody wants to answer your fucking question after you done told us to shut up. You answer your own fucking question, blood.
No, I'm not talking to you. Because you're going to say something stupid.
She getting interested in your fucking question, blood. You better answer your own question. Right?
He's the one who's doing all the talking, so I'm asking him.
No, I did the talking with him. You're on your own, blood. Defend your brethren.
I'm merely explaining what happened that day.
This is my take. Right? I coined a little phrase on the preview. Remember when I said set man is been off form, but it's classed as injury. It's an emotional injury. I think Wilder is suffering from emotional injury.
No one's doubting that.
I think when you look at
about the money part.
No. Forget
everything you said. You're right.
So everything is said up until the money. That's the only bit that you disagree with.
All right,
so agree that
because that's written in black and white. That's written in black and white.
To be fair to Will, this is the full quote. Right? He says in the rematch agreement there was a rematch clause.
There you go.
On a word to yeah, and then he says when the fight was a draw, I told you that I would give you a rematch. You know, I was offered more money to fight Joshua, and I was getting to fight. Then I was getting to fight you. Again, being a man of your word, I fought you.
There you go. There you go. Right. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all I was trying to say.
I'll give you that. Come on.
That's what I was trying to say. After you fought the first time, everyone wanted. What all the other bullshit? I'm surprised too.
Come on, man. Come on, blood. What about all the other bullshit? What about all the other bullshit, blood?
Look. Listen. First off, what I'm going to say.
Defend your cousin, blood.
Jesus Christ. You asked me a question. Let me fucking
defend
talk.
Your fucking cousin, blood.
Well, let me talk then. Let me talk. Okay, let me talk. All right. My thing
defend your cousin, fam.
Wait, can I play a shortened video? Go on. Play a shortened video. Because it is on his Twitter, so hopefully
yeah,
too much of a issue. So then that way we can get the Bronze Bombers forwards.
All
right. Here we go.
You see, what you don't understand, the Bible tells us that silence is gold.
Oh God. You turn it down. Still volume. Ola, can you hear anything?
No, I can't. I can't hear nothing. So you might want to pull it back, Chig. I don't know what happened.
Well, you started.
There was volume. There was volume at the beginning of it, and then it just went off.
There's no volume with you, Chig. Can't hear you, Chig.
Yeah, my mic's on. Here we go.
And it left a dent in my face as well.
Share audio this time.
But in the midst of it all, the Bible tells us that silence is gold. But my ears can still hear and my eyes can still see. The Bible also tells us to be swift to hear and slow to speak. You see, what you don't understand, thief, what you did is what my people deal with all the time. Someone cheating them from providing their greatness into the world. but it's a burden that we cut off only to make us stronger. I saw in the first fight where Ricky Hatton was pulling down your gloves to put your fist in the improper position. Y'all tried the same method the second time, but this time you scratched flesh out of my ears, which caused my ears to bleed. It's impossible for a brand new 10-ounce glove to bend, to keep a smushed in form, or to have loose space. I highly believe you put something hard in your glove, something the size and the shape of an egg weight. Here's the reason why the side of my face swelled up in an egg weight form. And it left a dent in my face as well. But in the midst of it all, you still couldn't keep this king down. You would have had to kill me. In the end, it took a crab in a bucket referee and a disloyal trainer to throw the towel in just to stop me. Proverbs, the 6th chapter 30, 31st says, excuses may be found from a thief who steals because he is starving. But if he is caught, he will have to pay back 7 times what he stole, even if he had to sell everything in his house. And payback is coming.
That video is a lot longer because he went into a lot of other things as well. Go on then, Will. Talk about your cousin.
Well, like I said before, or I was gonna say, we cut me off. I just think the people around him need to it's common knowledge in boxing that Deontay is kind of slow.
Yeah.
It's common knowledge in boxing that. So the people around him should actually put their foot.
So are you saying he's a dummy?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm not saying
he does have good people around him, by the way. He fired them. Just letting you know, McBrellan was around. He fired them. You said he needs good people?
Listen.
I am listening, blood.
Yeah. But when you go into the boxing gym, it's different from your real life. Your real life has more influence. Your people in your real life have more influence than the people in your boxing gym. Because everybody will tell him one thing, Deontay, you've got power. You don't need these people. Once you know the basics, you don't need these people. And that's what he's been doing his whole life anyway. Yeah. He's been doing the basics and getting away with it because of his power. I think the people around him should actually look at themselves. I think it's kind of like the case of Tyson all over again. Are you too scared of that guy to say something? Are you too scared? Because they get into fights. Him and his brother are in that. They get into fights and that with people. Do you get what I mean? They're not.
His brother's another dummy.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, they get into fights and that. So are people around him actually scared to actually tell him what is? Just like Tyson, he used to be unpredictable. He could be laughing with you 1 second. Next minute, he's beating you up. Next minute, he's telling you. Do you get what I mean? Are they a victim of their own power? Or because people around him, because this is just, it feels like it's Tyson all over again. Yeah. It feels like it's Tyson all over again, but with this time, there's no drugs involved. There's no craziness of girls and all that crap. It's more just this guy's just dumb. This guy's just dumb. Doesn't really get it. Doesn't really understand what's going on around him. Has fed into a hype for so long of being the best. He wasn't the best. He was never the best. Which I've always said. What amazes me about this guy is the fact that he should be beat by everyone, and there's still won all the fights he's won. That's what amazes me about him.
And actually, for me, I don't have any problem having a mentality that you are the best.
But he's not, though. But this is the problem. He's fed into his soul for so long. He's believed that, he's believed that he's unpregnable. Like, you can't fuck. He was talking about he would knock Tyson out and all these things. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the kind of belief that this guy had. But we will all sit back and go, really, Deontay? Yeah. But then when he knocked someone out the week before, we're all hyping and go, maybe he could actually knock Muhammad Ali out. Maybe he could. Do you get what I'm saying? And we feed into that hype of what is Deontay Wilder now. and feeding into something like giving someone who's that dumb ammunition can end up this way.
Fair play. I think I'm not surprised by Will's stance because at the end of the day, what can you say to defend that? I mean, one thing I will say in fairness to Will, when I showed it to him, even he was just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Because what can you do?
What can you say? I'm not like Ola, who's a lawyer who can find a way to defend this guy no matter what. Yeah. I'm not like Ola. I can't defend this guy. That's it. Period.
It's impossible. It is.
So I've not gone against people that I fuck with if they do wrong. People like deletion shit.
No.
You're talking about I'm not like Ola.
No.
People that I fuck with, they fuck up.
Israel. I'm on about Israel and Romero. That's what I'm on about.
What? Izzy won the fight.
That's what
Romero was the one making excuses.
Here we go. Hey,
let me ask you a question. I already put it in the chat. Let me ask you a question. Which one you think which one is more of a violation? Fury sticking his tongue and licking a fucking Wilder's face, man. That was a violation, didn't it? That's a violation, didn't it?
Listen. I've said
it. And Easy Road against fucking Costa. Which one is more of a violation?
And remember this, Ola. Yeah, you probably would not remember this because this is years ago. I said to you when we sat in your house, yeah, you were streaming. What's his face? Fury versus Klitschko. And I said to you, he is the best boxer in the heavyweight division. You laughed and said, Klitschko's going to knock him out. And we watched the 12-round fight, and he won the fight. You said throughout the whole fight, Klitschko's going to knock him out. And I said, nah, this guy's the best. You don't understand. This guy's the best heavyweight. This guy's the best heavyweight. Here we are now. Now you're trying to fling me up in Deontay Wilder's corner. Here we are now. See?
Well, what's that got to do with anything? At least I'm consistent.
Even though I said that,
I'm saying the next man's gonna knock out. Look, my guy is gonna knock out Fury when the time comes, man. I don't give a fuck. Look, okay. I stand 10 toes down on that shit. You get me? 10 toes down.
And I stand 10 toes to tell you, we'll see about that.
Yeah. So, I mean. I think for me, just to kind of have my last words on it, I've never seen someone take an L so badly. Never. It's disappointing because I thought I'd find it funny, and I didn't.
So can I just weigh in on, because I've not actually weighed in on this topic? You said
to speak. So every time I speak, you come in. I thought, okay, you're gonna say your thing.
No, I don't, because Will keeps trying to say something as well. I've not actually weighed in on the topic.
I'll let you weigh in after.
Okay.
So yeah, I think for me, I'm disappointed that when I was watching it, I kind of just got a bit, like this. We're seeing a real mental fall from grace. Not that he had that much grace, but at least this guy previously, there was a time when I actually quite liked Wilder. You know, I remember when AJ unified the belts with Klitschko, he seemed like, you know, no disrespect to any Americans are very confident. Seemed like a very confident American, but he seemed like kind of humble and was quite in awe of the idea of him and AJ kind of headlining Wembley. And I thought to myself, okay, cool. Well, this is a fight I'd quite like to see. Just two guys who just swing, bang, they don't give a fuck. And then I don't know if it was just being advised by 4 managers. I don't know why you would have 4 managers. I don't know if it's just being genuinely, like my mate calls him, a dumb hillbilly. That's all he is, just a dumb hillbilly. I think it's a combination of all of it. I just feel like for him, he's 35 years old. He's literally just turned 35 now. And it looks like he's not going to get because if you're Tyson Fury, although Tyson Fury's interestingly kept quiet since this whole thing has erupted. It wouldn't surprise me if Fury just said, all right, fuck all that. You still want this shot? I'll face you in the UK. Fury's that type of guy. He's the type of guy where he will say, no. Don't worry about what it was or what was contracted. I wanted a fight because I needed a fight. But if you still feel like you're aggrieved, cool. In the spring, let's go. I feel like Fury's going to do that. I still feel like...
But if Fury, look, if Fury walks away, he's entitled to, because at the end of the day, Fury was asking for what's happening, clarity for a long time. You don't say anything. 2 weeks before Fury's about to fight, now you pop up.
Yeah, it's just
fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
It's so annoying, and the thing is that I think Fury's the type of guy that will still give him a shot. I honestly do. That's why I think I'm still expecting Wilder and Fury to fight early next year. Mark my words. You heard me say it.
But yeah, the things he's saying as well. Shit. If I was Fury, this is what I'll tell you.
I'm just telling fuck you. What are you talking about? It's
because thief. Yeah, exactly. What you want? You want something I've got, and you're calling, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That would be my attitude. That would be my attitude. You want something? I've got.
I've level of disrespect. And the thing is, don't get me wrong. Even if you think that, even if you legitimately think that, play the game, bro. Just easy.
But this is what I'm trying to say about advice around him.
Get your belt and then start talking that shit once you got your belt.
Look at people around him. Yeah. Look at people around him. Look at the things he comes out with half the time. Even in an interview, I've watched him in an interview, yeah, and he spun himself. He spun himself so many times in an interview.
So confused.
He would say one thing and then he would contradict himself. Then you say again and you contradict. And it's like, just shut up. Just shut up. You know nothing about, like, you're trying to go on this pro-black shit right now that you know nothing about. You really, really know nothing about. So just shut up. Let it go. Let it slide. No, you don't pull the race card right now. It's not about race. It's about boxing. It's just, there's so many red flags when he talks for too long. Yeah, that you're thinking, he's got 3 managers as well. Ain't none of them thought we need to train him on PR.
Exactly.
We need to train him on PR. Like, he needs to. There's certain things he can't fucking say for real.
It's incredible. The brother is so dumb. He was in I think he's a cruiserweight, and he was calling out Bellew. My man's 7-2. The last person he lost to, I think, was a journeyman
who knocked him out the 44.
Knocked him out.
Yeah, who 44 T's the second time.
And I'm like, you can't sit down. You can't be serious. This, for me, I just think they are all just the family is just. Oh, I don't know, man. I'm so disappointed. I do think you will see Wilder get at least one more title shot, whether it's with AJ, who still wants to fight, or whether it's with Fury. But yeah, man, it was disappointing looking at that for me. It was disappointing watching that, and I thought I'd find it funny. And initially I did, but then I just looked at it and I thought, oh no. Like, you really think this?
Yo, when you tagged me in it, yeah. Like, it was like everyone has forgot about anything you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. See how sad that is. See how sad that is. People will remember the mental rants more than your achievements. That's a damn shame. Don't get me wrong, you guys know I've never really been that much of a fan, but even I will sit here and say that is a damn shame. That is a damn shame. But anyway, where's Ola gone? I was going to give him the floor to.
He's still around.
That's going to give him the floor to do his wrapping up. Ola, if you are around, just so you know, someone's reminding you of something. Someone's reminded you of something.
Who the fuck is this guy? Salute to you, Samuel 4002.
Samuel.
Rated. Your name is too your name is too long, blood. Why you got all them numbers and thing on your name, blood? Just put Samuel there, man. You know what I mean? Shit.
Sam, listen. That night was a great night for me. You know why? Yeah.
You want money?
Why? That was the first night. That was the first fight. I won 20 quid. Yeah. And I looked at him. I looked at him.
When was Masvidal?
Yeah, I looked at him because it ended really. No. Actually, that was the second one. Yeah.
Okay.
That was the second one. The first one was some girls' fight where he actually pulled me up on like, let's do this now. I thought, yeah, okay, let's go. Then the girl lost. Yeah. And I said, I don't want you getting back from the other bets, innit? Like, then we had about 6 bets or 5 bets. Yeah. Hang on, that was the first one.
59.
Hang on, yeah. So by the time we got to Masvidal, yeah, he was like, no, this is a bad night. I was like 60 pounds in.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Do you know who saved his ass? Do you know who saved his ass that night?
Go on.
Amanda Nunes.
Ah.
It was gonna be a clean sweep. Yeah. And Amanda saved his ass. Yeah. And John was on the card. That's when John fought Thiago. And I went with John. Yeah. Even though I said to him that night, I feel like Thiago won. I still took the motherfucking money because this guy said that to me many times and taking my motherfucking money.
We came to the fight. It wasn't even a proper preview. He goes, I assume we're both going Askren, right? I said, nope. Yeah, Askren's probably going to win, but I'm going with Masvidal. And he was like, Masvidal, yeah? I said, yeah.
So why is everybody bringing up bullshit?
What?
Why is everyone bringing up shit?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Samuel, you're going to come in here and bring up some shit, blood. Fuck you, blood. Right, check this out, yeah? All right. For me, after everything what you see, you lot pretty much cover the topic. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to chew on the bone that you left me and hold up on it like the dog that I am. Right. My man's blame his trainer. He's blamed his missus. He blamed William. He's blamed me, the cop man. Like, he blamed the costume guy. He blamed Joe Rogan. I mean, he's blamed everyone at this point.
He blamed his mom for bringing him on this planet.
Like, his dad I didn't really want to go there, but since you're his cousin, I'll allow that. You know what I mean? Since you're his cousin, I'll allow that. I didn't want to go that far. Yeah, I mean, the excuses just keep coming and coming and coming, and I don't see. For me, as a fighter, we all love combat sports, yeah, and we know even if you lose in a way that you don't feel comfortable with, you know, we didn't know about DC grassing Jones up to the fucking USADA people until way further down the line. We didn't know nothing about it. You know what I mean? DC moved up to heavyweight. He's already won another title. He's doing something different. And that's when that story really came out. You know, so if you're going to make excuses for loss, win that or go win the new super cruiserweight belt that they're already making for him. Go and win that. Then come and say something when you got something on your shoulder. But right now, you got fuck all, and it just looks like something. You know, it just looks right. It looks wrong.
Looks
and
tasteless.
Every time, and look, apart from the whole AJ thing, I like Wilder as a fighter, and what is brought to the division that he's in. You know, as a fighter, you can't deny the power that these guys had, and he's had one loss. It's not the end of his career. There's bare people that bounce back from one loss and then go on and have another, God knows how many fight streak that he had. You know, and I know it's possible. It's just you can't behave in this manner. The one person that was looking out for you in that whole fight, you know, you fired him, and now you're accusing him of poisoning you. Like, come on, go and look at what Teddy Atlas said about this guy. And Teddy Atlas, he don't like dissing people, but he left him no choice. He's left everyone no choice. Even avid supporters of him like yourself, he's left you with no choice but to you know what I mean, really tell it how it really is. And I just think is bad all around. And the people that are advising him are more yes men than people that actually want to see him do well. And for me, it needs to change his whole circle, because the people that he's got around him right now, they're not doing anything in his interest, in his in his proper interest. They're not doing anything in his interest, and it just looks bad. It really does. And I want him to. I think he needs a fight to kind of get everything out of his system. And I kind of feel sorry for who he fights next if he ain't one of the top three guys. Um, I kind of feel maybe he could get a third one with Ortiz. He's better than he's better than Bruce, that guy in there. I don't know. I don't know what's next for Wilder right now. I really don't know what's next for him. But I feel maybe even a fight with him and Dylan White could work, because Dylan will tell him about himself. I think he'll tell him about himself. Who knows? You know, it might not beat. I'm not saying he's going to beat him, but the press conference is definitely going to be very interesting, because Dylan he don't pull no punches. He will tell him. He'll literally tell him about himself, and you know what I mean. So I don't know what's next for Wilder, but I think he needs a fight to get all this craziness out of his system, just to get back into the rhythm of things. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right. In terms of other boxing news, Povetkin unfortunately has contracted COVID-19, and he's now out of the rematch with Dillian White. Initially, there was a lot of noise about, would Fury fight White? I thought, I've got more chance of winning the lottery twice. Then Fury saying, okay, let's give Dillian White a world title shot in 2 weeks' time. And I thought to myself, okay, well, what else could they do? And then they said Chisora White, which I thought to myself, but if you're Dillian White, why would you give him another shot? You knocked him out badly the second time. Doesn't make any sense. Yes, I know people liked both fights, but to me, I didn't think that White even needed to give Chisora a second fight. So I was always reasonably confident that wasn't going to happen. And then now it looks like the plan is that the fight is probably going to be rescheduled for the end of January, which obviously will keep Dillian in play. And Dillian doesn't need to fight, and they just turned that fight from a pay-per-view card to a fight night on Saturday. So yeah, it looks like Dillian is prepared to wait for Povetkin, and it's probably the right thing to do. What it does allow to happen now is that we could probably look ahead towards a undisputed fight with AJ versus Wilder. I think that's most likely to happen next. After Fury's little warm-up. What do you guys think of the kind of heavyweight landscape over the next couple of months?
It will be much clearer after AJ's fought. I think it'll be a little bit much more clear after AJ's fought. We know what's what. I think White is stuck in the mud for a bit, if you ask me. Because after Fury and AJ fight, they'll be looking at each other. None of them will be looking at him. And I think the only case in which he gets in, he should actually support Deontay Wilder. That's the only way he can get in.
Yeah, I can see the thought process there.
If he supports Deontay Wilder's thing of saying, look, listen, Deontay's got a point. He's got a clause, so let him fight Fury. Maybe I could fight Joshua.
The worst thing happening to White was losing that fight. Because now, although he has definitely waited for a long, long time for a title shot.
He's got to go through Povetkin to get at.
He's got to go through Povetkin, and then
to get at Fury.
Even if you said to him, "Listen, you got to wait. Like you got to wait until these lot have fought." Could he really argue against it? He can't. Not really. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I think the heavyweight scene is going to be interesting. Obviously, for anyone who didn't watch Usyk beat Chisora, were you impressed by that performance? Will?
Yeah, I was. I'm not like all of these other boxing hardcore fans who actually saw different, saying he's gonna get beat or anything like that. I think he did what he needed to do. I think he accepted the fact that Derek Chisora is gonna be a hard guy to knock out.
Yeah.
And I just need to outpoint him. I just need to show him that he ain't gonna have me. He ain't gonna rough me up. That's it. The first few rounds, I'd say, getting used to Derek Chisora's fighting style. But as soon as he clocked Derek Chisora's fighting style, he made it look like it was practice for him.
Okay.
For me, from my point of view, or did you see different? Because from my point of view,
I think I must admit, when I initially reacted to the fight, I was on hindsight probably a little bit harsh on his performance, but because I also forgot that actually he hadn't fought in a while. He hadn't fought in, I think it was a year. He hadn't fought. So yeah, of course, Chisora was going to take some early rounds off him, and like you say, I think he kind of found his momentum towards the middle of the fight, and I thought actually in the end cruised home. And actually, if he really took a gamble a little bit more,
you could have knocked him out. Yeah, but and this is my point I'm trying to make as well, right? This is my point I'm trying to make with that. Yeah, how many people have knocked Derek Chisora out? Tyson Fury has fought him twice.
Yeah, Hay had. I think Hay was the last person to do
that fight. That fight was different though. That fight, he was in Hay's face. Hay had no choice but to. Yeah. It would like either one of them was gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
That kind of fight. They were both angry, and it was like fuck.
It was a real blood war. That one.
Yeah.
It was. It was. I remember that.
So it's kind of different. But if you're judged like a boxing match, right now with how Chisora fights as well, if you're judging by that as well, not many people have knocked Chisora out. Not many people have. Not many people will. So for me, he did a very, very good job because he stunned him so many times. And if they say, and that's what I'm saying. When you watch it, listening to all these guys, sometimes you might be forced to make a decision. Yeah, without actually thinking about it. So that's why I like to watch it with the sound off. Yeah, so I can make my decision first and then watch it with the sound on and see how they can sway me and how I see different from them. That's why I always sit on the point of kind of controversial because I don't always agree with what's being said because I watch it differently. So so for me, I think he did a great job. From my perspective, who other than Fury, who was made Chisora look like that? Other than Fury, who's made Chisora look like that?
Yeah.
Look like you can't even bother, you can't even rough fight him. Like after
I still feel, and obviously I'll bring Ola in a minute. I still feel like Fury would beat Usyk though. Yeah,
but Fury, I said earlier on,
it'd be a technical fight.
I believe Fury is the best heavyweight boxer in this moment, in this generation. I believe that. I don't care if he gets beat because Muhammad Ali's been beat all the time. But yeah, I mean, not all the time. Like a few times. Personally, I believe. Yeah, he's a GOAT. Personally, I believe
you put him on GOAT status, even with all his drug testing and cocaine binging and all of that. You put him on GOAT status. Okay, I'm just asking, bro. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Because he got banned by the commission. So that's why I'm asking you. You know what I mean? He got banned by the commission.
I'll give you a reason. None of the drugs he took enhanced anything in him. If anything,
he got banned by the commission.
Yeah,
it's banned substance.
Cocaine.
Bro, I'm not talking PEDs, bro. Banned substance. Banned substance.
Ola, I get that.
Okay.
Yeah. if he was taking,
I was just asking.
if he was taking a drug, yeah, to enhance anything about him, yeah, like your AJ is, that's been masked, because we'll find out soon. Yeah, we'll find out soon with the body like he's got. You know how you keep going on about Costas? We're gonna find out soon. You are sitting on AJ talking that crud. Yeah, we'll find out soon.
Do you know what I was looking at? I was looking for Ola's response because I know he said that about Costa as well. I was just waiting for him to.
We will find. You're sat on AJ. Yeah, you're sat on the fucking body specimen. Yeah.
One thing we know is I ain't never seen no coke in AJ's nose. But we know
it ain't gonna be coke. It ain't gonna be coke.
Fury is on some next thing, blood. He's on some.
And what he's on does not.
I will say this.
His boxing.
Bro, he got banned by the commission. Away. What are you talking about?
If anything, it takes away. If anything, takes away.
To be fair to what Will's saying, right? The reason that we asked the question about John Jones is because he's taken performance
enhancement drugs,
right? That is different. No one is accusing necessarily Fury of being a role model. Now, if that's a conversation,
exactly,
then okay, fine. But what we know about Fury is that he's taken coke and stuff. He'll happily admit that to you, that he's taken cocaine and stuff like that before, and that's what he's been banned for. Now,
I'll follow this question: would Ola put Canelo as GOAT?
No. Man's got banned substances on his team.
But that's the thing.
That's PEDs, though. That's PEDs. He didn't get suspended. He didn't get suspended. That's PEDs. And he didn't get suspended. Substance. If the commission, he didn't get suspended.
Because that was the thing with the tackles, isn't it?
Yeah.
Was
no,
that
beef.
Yeah, what do you mean?
Mexican beef.
Bad tackle.
Yeah.
That's what they blamed it on. He had a bad tackle.
It's steak. It was steak. Beef.
Whatever it was, they blamed it. What I read was he had a bad tackle. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? So you say it's beef, you say it's steak. He had a bad food.
This is why I can't fuck with Ola sometimes. This is why I say Ola sometimes is the best lawyer. Hold on. And they said and the same thing happened with Fury. They said he had a bad pig or bad pork, some bad pork meat. His dad was saying this was what few months ago that they were trying to, and they said no. And that's a false story. That was a false story.
So the man that sold in the pork coming on TV, the butcher, they got the butcher on telly.
Okay.
I ain't never seen no butcher on TV. They got the Irish. What do you think that man is gonna say? He's gonna say fake news like Trump.
He came out saying he was bribed to do that.
But I think they paid him something to do that. I ain't never seen no butcher on telly before saying, "Oh yeah, that pork, by the way, that pork was fucked up." You know what I mean? I ain't never seen no butcher come on telly to try and back the thing. Have you ever seen a butcher on telly come to back the thing? You tell me where you seen a butcher come out of the woodworks from nowhere and start backing the thing on Fury, saying he's a bad pork meat. Please tell me where you've seen one before. I ain't seen one before. That guy got paid, blood. He got paid.
So basically, now you're saying Fury's on PEDs, okay?
Bro, I didn't say that. I'm saying what they said. And he's been banned by the commission. So
Fury's
I don't know
on
what
PEDs.
the fuck you're talking about.
Fury's on PEDs.
I'm just asking.
No. Did you hear me say he's on PEDs? I said he was banned for banned substances.
When you're just asking, you're doing a lot more than I'm just asking. You're not just asking. You're saying. So what are you saying, Ola? Is he not one of the goats in your eyes?
He's not a goat. He was banned on banned substances. The commission banned him for banned substances. He's not a goat. The goat thing gone. That's just me. That's just me. I ain't forcing it on nobody else. I'm just telling you how I'm saying.
I don't want to hear. I'm just asking. Your opinion is not a goat.
No.
I'm gonna savor this moment. I'm happy it's on camera because
who gives a fuck?
The day
when AJ knocks him out and knocks out Wilder, he'll be the goat. How about that?
The day AJ gets popped, yeah. by mistakenly taking something. We'll see if it's a goat in your eyes then.
Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. We are at this bridge now, though, because he was banned by the commission. Documented. You can Google it. Do your Googles.
Fam, everybody knows he was banned. Everybody knows he was banned.
So there you go. So there you go. You're going on like, you know what I mean? There you go. That's all I'm saying. In my opinion, when you get banned hold on. In my opinion, as a fighter, if you get banned for banned substances, you're out. There's other fighters in that sport that do everything they can to stay clean, including not touching bad meat. If you have to turn to vegetarian just so you don't eat contaminated meat, then that's what you have to do. But you can't say, oh, it's just cocaine. Oh, it's just bad pork. Oh, it's banned substances. If you ingest bad substances, that's on you. No, it's not nobody else. And you know what? You know who really put that on man's mind? DC. Man, it's on you. No, it's nobody else's responsibility. What you ingest is on you. End of story. And if you get banned, you're not in that conversation.
Interesting. All right. I'm not as harsh with people that accidentally
accidentally snuck coke.
But bro, we just talked about this. Listen, for me, don't get it twisted. I'm not a fucking coke taker, so there's only so much of an argument I could put up for this. But if you're talking about achievement in a sport and them taking the occasional bit of coke, you love. In fact, hold the fuck on. You love people like the Diaz brothers. Oh, what are you trying to tell me, bro?
I didn't say it's a goat. I asked if it was a goat. I didn't say it's not a good fighter. So we're talking about good conversation.
So it's Izzy a goat.
Izzy takes weed. Freely admitted it this week.
Yep.
It's not been banned. Let them pop him. When they pop him, when the commission pops him, when the commission pops him, I didn't call him a goat. Izzy ain't even a goat. Izzy ain't even a goat right now, man. We're not even talking. Izzy ain't even a goat. Why are we bringing Izzy into the thing? It's done nowhere near. No, man. You're trying to back me into a corner. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Izzy ain't no goat. I've not sat here and called Izzy a goat at any time.
Listen. No. Now we're saying if.
There's no if. I'm talking about what we already know. I'm not talking about no. You're talking hypothetical. I'm talking what we already know. Bring examples of what we already know.
Let's say Izzy finishes his career right
now. No. Not let's say. Let's talk about what we know. Talk about what we know.
From what we know,
not hypothetical. I don't want no hypothetical talk from you.
He's going to go into the Hall of Fame. From what we know, he's going, regardless of what happens now.
Bro, I don't want no hypothetical, man. You know what I mean? Let's talk about what we know. Are you going to bring up what we know? Or are you going to bring up hypothetical?
Now you understand why I say, when I concede when I concede a defeat and not argue any point, and I say Ola can argue his way out of fucking, I don't know. Ola could have a meeting with a lion, an angry lion, yeah, and come out of the meeting with a big grin on his face, with the lion still angry, wondering what the fuck just happened here.
The lion just be confused, like what just happened?
What the fuck just happened here?
He came into my lair.
Yeah.
You feel bad.
Bro, I was born like this, blood.
That's that Yoruba mentality right there. Right there. I don't care if I'm in your house. It's your fault.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, see there.
But anyway, hopefully you guys have found this entertaining. I think we've touched on everything. Am I missing anything? John Jones.
I think that's all of it, man. You know what I mean?
Chisora, AJ's fight still on. So yeah, I think we're all good.
Tank's knockout was awesome.
Oh yeah, one of the best KOs of all time, man. I like that KO, man. The way he dropped it, no nothing. He just came out and put him away. Fantastic one for Javante Davis.
Do you know what I like? Do you know what I like about that whole fight?
Go.
No Mayweather. No Mayweather.
Yeah, but I feel like they're wasting because it's almost. Do you know how long it took me to find that fight? Weirdly, a long time to try and find out like a decent. Obviously, I didn't watch it live. I watched it in a playback, and I thought to myself, like it should be. I feel like they under promote him. I feel like there should be so much.
Because have you not watched all towards the promotions? Yeah, it all tends to go out to be about Mayweather.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, it
problem.
was in the private jet, all of that shit.
It
Them two were riding.
it all goes to Mayweather, and it feels like, well, he's his own fighter. It's not about you. You're done. Let him have the shine. I like the fact that in one of the calls, the conference calls, Mayweather kept quiet the whole time, and then after the post fight as well, Mayweather kept quiet. That's good. That's good. It takes attention from him.
I'd love to see Top Rank or someone like that. I think he'd do a lot better than he does now.
Not Top Rank. Not Top Rank. He can stay where he can stay where he's at, but then he can change Mayweather, but not Top Rank. No, not Top Rank. Do you like what's been done with Crawford's fucking career?
Yeah.
Okay, then not Top Rank. Definitely not Top Rank.
Right.
All right. Well, that is pretty much it. So that brings us to an end. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this podcast. Please do show it some love. Stick a like on this video. Hit the subscribe button. Periscope, guys.
Oh, yeah. And just before we go, I know some of you might not be familiar with this, but I just got it. Like, I really started listening to a lot of drill music lately. And
King Von.
And R.I.P. King Von.
Yeah, man.
I actually, like, for the last week,
he just done a live interview with my boy yesterday, man. DJ.
I've been listening to him for the last week. I've been listening, and the last song
he's wicked as well, man. He's
that
good.
I listened to yesterday before I even saw anything to do with him. The last song I listened to yesterday was a song.
He just released Old Block, innit?
Yeah, Old Block. But what do you call it? The song I really, really like with him was with 5 Year Foreign, because I love 5 Year Foreign. Yeah, and that I Am What I Am. I was bumping that song hard yesterday. That's one of the last songs I bumped coming from work, dropped in a car, came home. I haven't even moved my car. Yeah, from where it was. And
like, Chig, this guy done like a 45-minute fucking podcast yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, I'm aware of him. I'm not hugely into my drill, but
you know Lil Durk. You know Lil Durk.
Yeah.
That's like his cousin. Did you see how he found out? Did you see how he found out? Did you see how Lil Durk found out? He was doing it live. He was doing it live, yeah, and then people started writing it on it. He was and then he started calming down, like, because people were Von been shot. Then he stopped it. He stopped the live straight away.
Imagine finding out.
Yeah, it's a dread one, man. It's a dread one.
I know it was like trending on Twitter for like number 3 on Twitter for like the whole day.
Yeah. King Von, man. I like that dude as well, man.
Yeah, man. I
know he's done a lot of wrong things, but I just love his music.
You can't live in that part of the world, man. I don't do some madness, you know what I mean? But salute to him, and condolences to his family and you know, all his friends and close relatives and that, because those are the real victims in this as well, you know, and his fans as well, man. His fans. It's a big loss. I mean, we've lost quite a few this year in 2020.
This year, 2020 has been a mad year.
Pop Smoke, King Von,
Nick Blixey.
What's that boy that went on the plane? Juice WRLD. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But Tekashi's still out here, fam. God damn.
That's what someone said. Someone said, this is crazy, man. How the fuck is Tekashi still out here?
You know what I mean? Tekashi's still out here.
Last of the ball.
Yeah, but Jay said the best line ever. Yeah. Y'all killed what's his name? What's that?
And you let Zimmerman still working in the street. Yeah, man. Jay put that in that 444 thing, fam. You get me? Yeah.
And let Zimmerman still live. Fuck that.
All right, guys. Well, R.I.P. like you say, and
man.
We'll be back again next week to assess how much I'm losing the bonus stuff by, and also talk some more fighting news. So please do subscribe, guys. Let's get it subscribed. Let's share this around. Every Friday we're here, so let's get it done. And yeah, we'll be back again next week. Take care, and from these guys,
Salute.
all right, we are out. Peace.
See ya.